I would have wished that, Bank of Ghana has real issues, no question, with a lot of the banks, a lot of the savings and loans, there are real issues, of self-dealing, failure to observe lending limits, or Bank of Ghana's lending guidelines and all of that. There were a lot of problems, no question about it, But I think that the approach could have been different, less destructive than we have today, and would be informed by a lot of scientific analysis. I'll give you an example. If I owe Kofi 10 cedis, Kofi also owes Ama 8 cedis. Okay? And another person also owes 6 cedis, the same amount. You see, there's like a 10 cedis debt. You're adding maybe another 8 cedis debt. You're adding another 6 cedis debt. You already have 24 cedis debt. 24. But the other day, it's not really a net of 24, it's 10. If that 10 is paid to the person who is owed, is what I'm saying, he also pays the 8, the person who, also pays. So there must be analysis that will try to reconcile the books of all the banks and financial institutions, and therefore establish the amount of overlapping indebtednesses so you can get the net indebtedness. So for instance, a book debt of, in the example that I given, 24 cedis, maybe it's just 10 cedis. Once that 10 cedis is paid, the same can be said of a lot of government indebtedness to the contractors. Government pays the contractors, maybe 1 billion is owed. They also pay the banks what they owe them. The banks also pay the other banks that they owe. The problem may not be as big as it is today if a lot of patience had been put in. Scientific analysis that helps to establish the nature and the source of those debts. We get a net indebtedness. That is really what the core is, not the summation of all debts. You see what I'm saying? But when you go in the way you have gone in, then you don't allow logical reasoning and approach to come in that helps to solve the problem in a smooth way. So at the end of the day, the person who is owed 10 cedis is in the hole by 10 cedis. It's not getting 10 cedis. The person who he also owes 8 cedis is in the whole 8 cedis. That person, so everybody's, is destroyed. When just one payment of 10 cedis would have solved all payment problems. So analysis that, almost like that's a certain amount of offsetting. A certain amount of offsetting. I realize that some of these debts can be corrected from the books. This one cancel this one cancel this one cancel this. Not a lot of money would exchange. Problem is solved. But when you hit the way you have done, you create disaster. That's what we have. You see. And again, it creates the kind of panic that is not good. There is no bank in this world that can survive a rush on it, because no bank keeps all monies that they take from depositors as cash sitting there. Okay, how do bank raise money? We learn it from our O-level economics. Okay, the bank, you put 10 cedis there. Out of the 10 cedis, because they don't, you don't need all immediately. They take 9 and give somebody as a loan. That person also probably took the money as credit line. He didn't probably take it out. So again, more money can be. So from 10 cedis can be created a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? We pick up all of this. So it's important that some of these things are approached in a little more patience, but of course, strict way, so that you don't create more problems than you are trying to solve. You see, so it makes the whole system confused, and so many banks, many savings and loans will cave in when they must not. Again, sometimes the set off alone cleans up the books. And so what injection of money is needed is so much smaller than was thought about. You see, as I said, no one bank in this world can withstand a rush by investors because none is keeping money. They vote for the price of creating money from tens to they lend so much money. You see, the strongest bank in this country, if there's a big rumor that there's a scandal that can destroy the bank, just even rumor. When people rushed on that bank now, they can't meet the obligation. That bank is dead. You see, so the kind of the panic that we saw resulting from the way the process was handled itself was not good. You see what I'm saying? It could have been managed a little better, and then the genuine ones who have done genuine lending could survive. You see, just by their debts being set off here and there, because they owe somebody. Somebody also owes them, and some of them are all interrelated. You see, I think that a little more caution would have helped the process.
So it's one of two things. It's either that the Bank of Ghana didn't quite understand the analysis that you've just explained, or they understood it but deliberately did something else. Now, which is it?
Bank of Ghana has a lot of serious people, trust me. They have a lot of serious people, and I'll be surprised if they have not done some of this analysis. But my only worry is that, the rush with which things were done creates a little bit doubt as to whether this kind of thorough across-board analysis was done, as opposed to taking them into our banks. You see what I'm saying? Because that was done, for example, we know that government owes the contractors. So we know that when the government pays contractors X billion, this bank will get maybe 200 million. And so the 50 or the 100 million they also owe can be paid. It's all part of the same analysis. It's not just of the banks, but all the indebtednesses. Developing a big spreadsheet that tries to, reconcile them and to establish the overlaps and what have you would lead us to what the fundamental indebtedness is.